Well, the rains have stopped for the moment. So, how's everybody doing? So my wife, oh, nope, just fogged it up, my bad. My wife tells me I should make more videos for everybody, and to be honest with you, I forget to a lot because I'm just kind of living life. I don't think, oh hey, let's record this or let's capture this. I'm always just kind of in the moment, kind of in the go. And I was walking down here, about to start walking down my trail, and I thought, you know what, this would be a good opportunity to get some footage for you guys to show you how our creek area / nature walk area is holding up. Kind of how it looks now that we've cleaned it out and we've been kind of trying to manage the area. And I think we've done a good job. We have been trying to keep it mowed down and make it pretty. Kind of clear out a lot of the underbrush, let the trees grow up and grow out. And they have done just that. I mean, look at those creek willows. They've gotten huge. So when I first started doing all this stuff, I mean, those creek willows, they weren't even there. I think they were just little bitty, you know, little bitty trees, probably, I don't know, about yay high. And they've done all that since then. Of course, this is our 3rd summer here, 2nd summer at this house. And my decrepit bridge. I'll leave it here just because it's nice to be able to walk out over the water and kind of see this area. It's always changing. The current comes in and recarves this constantly. But anyway, Captain and me are going to give you guys a tour of the back area. Yes, Captain. Yes. He loves it out here. This is happiness for him. And so let's take a walk, shall we? Let's take a walk. Captain's always ready to take a walk, aren't you, buddy? Aren't you, buddy? Come on, Captain. Come on, buddy. Let's do it. Anyway, built this little I should talk about this bridge. I built this railroad tie bridge. Pretty heavy duty. The water hasn't pushed it yet. It was pretty hard to make because they're so heavy, but I got it done. Used my lawnmower to lower it down in here once I kind of got it put together. I did them one by one. You can't put them all together and then try to do it. It's just too heavy. But so the creek, it actually snakes around, goes in all different kinds of directions here. We have some wild fern here growing up that are really pretty. But you got to be careful what you touch out here because right beside it is some poison ivy, and it is everywhere. Everywhere. Beautiful dogwood tree is coming in really good. This thing was doing bad. A lot of these trees were doing bad. They were so wrapped up in vines, and a lot of them are getting wrapped back up again. Like I had all this mowed out. You could actually go out to the edge of it. But the vines and everything, they really do just kind of take over and come in and grow up and around everything. Like you can see right here on this tree branch, it's just wrapping around this oak to the point where, and it's so new growth that these thorns don't even poke you, they just break. But like that right there, it's supposed to be an oak tree, and it's all vines. Anywho, Captain, come on. I'll make him go everywhere with me. It's good for snakes. So anyway, the creek's always changing, so it washed up all this sand in here right now. For the most part, it stays the same, but I kind of got a feeling this is going to get cut across at some point, and then it's going to island off that section. You see where I've been trying to drive my mower through it. But it's really pretty. We absolutely love coming out here and walking around. The dog loves running. It covered all this and more new sand. We cleaned up this tree. It was doing pretty bad. It actually fallen over a good chunk of it, so we cut that off. And this sweet gum's doing really good. One of my favorite ones out here. All these trees were much, much shorter throughout here. None of these were above my head when I first started this project. And they have all just really taken off to the point where everything is kind of up above my head now. I can kind of drive through here with the mower and not have to worry about getting slapped in the face with anything. Sorry, I think my back door just slammed shut. Anyway, we got a bunch of these old dead trees back here too. I haven't touched them. I just kind of left them because the birds, the wildlife live in them. Woodpeckers and all that kind of stuff. I just more or less cleaned out a good walking area and tried to manage some of this. It seems like the willows are really taking off. They love the water, and this is all super watery, so I cannot build on it. I can't really do anything with it but just turn it into a little backyard park, recreational area, I suppose. You could put a tent out here once the rain stops, but that's where I got stuck in my lawnmower. That was a fun day. I had to winch around that tree over there with straps and try to pull myself out. The potholes in the mud and little water holes. There's a worm in there. There's a big old worm. See that thing? Are everywhere. And so I really have to wait until this dries up enough to really get out here and mow it and try to keep it mowed down. But we got tons of fruit trees out here. They got tons of these mulberries here and wild blackberries. Unfortunately, the mulberries are like the black ones, so they don't live very long. And it's like something. This happens a lot everywhere out here. And branches either get snapped or eaten clean off. But yeah, so my property line actually goes from, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a pole right there. And that pole goes out into all that thicket there. It runs from that pole out to a marker that's way back there. And I can't get to it. One, it's all like this. It's all muddy swamp. Two, everything's growing up so high. So I actually had all that cleared out. But it just grows back in a heartbeat. And I can't get in there during the rainy seasons. I have to wait for like dry summer. And I'll go through here and kind of clean out this little strip right here. Make it nice. But I love all the wildlife. I love the diversity of all the different flowers and plants that grow out here. You know, even the grasses look really cool. There's all these like baby's breath looking flowers. All kinds of cool stuff. All kinds of like elderberry growing everywhere, which I don't mess with, but some people like them. And I don't know what these are, but they look pretty cool. They look a little spotty. See what happens when we get too much rain? We start getting disease everywhere. And that sucks, but it just doesn't get hot enough and dry enough to get rid of it. So here's one of my really good producing mulberry trees. I don't know if you can see that. Boop. Beautiful mulberry. It's like bleeding. It's got so much water. There's an ant on it. So I just eat them. All the time that I spit out the seed. but they bleed like a mofo. That one wasn't that good. It was actually, get off there, fly. The fly and an ant eating on this one. And you just pick them and eat them. Pretty good. But they got them everywhere. They got ants on it. And I don't know, I mean, I might be eating ants or little insects, but you know what, it's worth it. Okay, I'll stop eating. Go come through here and just pick them like crazy. It's a good producer. And then we got blackberries galore all over the place. Now, I don't really mess with the blackberries because half the time they taste sour, so. Ow, my head. Oh, Captain took a big dump right there. Good job, Captain. Always get that on camera. Anyway, we got a lot of mulberry trees here, and then I think a lot of these are the... Oh my God, that was a big ass snake right there. Jesus Christ. Ah! I just had a slight heart attack. Do y'all see that thing? My goodness. He is up in that. I just shat myself. His head's over there, thank God. I was about to pull this branch down and show you the mulberry tree. And then I think it's just a grass snake, but I have a heart attack nonetheless. Oh my God, I'm trying not to shake because my heart's pounding. But look at that thing in the freaking tree, man. Like, here's my head height. And here he is, right by my head. He's looking at me too. Oh, that was good for camera. So this is what we gotta worry about out here and watch out for all the time. There are snakes everywhere. So I'm probably recording this one and there's one behind me somewhere. Oh my God. Oh. Like, you know that feeling when everything in you just boom and you feel everything tighten up? It's like a heart attack moment. I need a minute to fly on my camera. God, that scared me. I hate snakes. Like, I hate them. I don't see the point in them. Honestly. God almighty. I did not need that this morning. God, Lord, a little lightheaded after that one. All right, you guys don't laugh at me, but here's a closey-uppy, maybe. I don't want to get near his face. It kind of scares the hell out of me. He's just chilling in the tree, waiting for a little bird to come unsuspectedly sit down. And then here is our amazing overgrowth. Moving on. Here's our amazing overgrowth of, what are these, elephant ears? They are everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Which is kind of cool, but from what I've learned online, they're kind of invasive. I mean, like once you get them, they just keep popping up. It's hard to get rid of. I'm not gonna be able to shake that. Ugh. I don't like getting scared, y'all. There's very few things that scare me in life, but snakes are one that just pierce my soul. Check this out. How pretty is that, huh? You know, this is snake heaven in here. Always makes you think twice about letting your trees grow up over your head now. Now I'm kind of like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to do that. Ugh. Pull these darn vines off these trees. So this is more or less what I've been doing like crazy. Just pulling all the vines off, getting all the stupid honeysuckle, which is every freaking where, pulling it out. And you gotta be careful because, like, you see that root system? Any of this touches the ground, it'll reroot. It grows like crazy here. And here's another little area. So what I've been trying to do is clean out all these sides so you can actually walk up to the edge of the creek. Now there's probably snakes all in here. I know there's poison ivy, that's what that is. It's everywhere. But this just looks so pretty. I think there's like a wild muscadine grape that grows through here too, and it covers everything. And then you see that these are all trees that are just completely covered in vine. This right here is one of my biggest enemies. It grows all over the place. Takes a lot of work to try to clean this up, to be honest. I didn't think it would take as much as it wound up taking. Sorry, I hear movement and I have to turn and look out here, guys, because you never know what's gonna pop out. And turn your undies chocolate. But yeah, it's really pretty. It's just, there's always that element of danger that you tend to forget. You're like, oh, how nice, nature walk. And then a skunk comes out, or a hog, or a 30-foot snake like you guys saw a while ago. Man. Oh, I can't get it. It poked me. So, there's another area I've been trying to keep clean, and the vines are trying to take back over again. Trying to pull down my oaks. It's crazy how the diversity of life and species and how everything grows. Like these right here, they're kind of a problem. I like them because they produce shade, but at the same time, they produce so many seeds, like thousands of them, that they're just growing everywhere. Look at all these blackberries. Lots and lots and lots of blackberries. Let's see if they're worth the damn today. Tastes like dirt. Not that good either. Yeah. But anywho, I always tell my kids, watch the edge. Stay away from the edge. Now I gotta tell them, hey, there's shit in the trees. There are snakes in the friggin' trees. But see, look, they pop up everywhere. Elephant ears. Even after you mow them down and stuff, they come back. Oh, you know there's snakes up in there. But it's really pretty. I mean, I know it's overgrown right now, but a lot of these vines will die back during the winter, and it opens up so you can see more inside of everything. And slowly but surely I'll get all these trees individualed like this. Like this is another mulberry, but I think it's a paper mulberry. Like the leaves look a lot different. They're not like the mitten or the whatever that is, Star Wars thing. Like here's one that's a mitten. I guess there's different types. It's hard to figure them out. But yeah, baby's breath galore. That's kind of a swamp right there too. Another low spot, so I don't mow it until summer. And I can drive right through there. This spot over here, I got some wildflowers growing. I get a lot of these wildflowers like this right here. There's that culprit that I have the hardest time killing, growing up through everything. They create these huge knots under the ground, and it's like next to impossible to get rid of it. And so I'll come out here and I'll chop down a lot of these guys, and they just grow right back. And all over everything, see them? They grow up to the top up there and reach out. Anyhow, I wanted to get this spot cleaned up over there on the other side. I wanted to clear it all out, clear out this big tree right here, because you see there's broken limbs and stuff, split limbs. But I wanted to clean all that up and make it a nice spot for Veronica to come out here and sit, because there's actually like a waterfall effect going on over here. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it for the traffic in the background, but that the running water down there and these big willows, and it just sounds and looks pretty, and it's nice and shady. For some reason, the air cuts through here real good once it's all kind of mowed down. I have given up on some sections of this and just let it grow back over like this was all gone. And then within one summer, it's all back. Whole bunch of whatever this tree is. These grow like crazy here. And then onward. Onward. I've managed to mow this area out. Just tricky because it's so uneven. But we have the pond. And Captain's got his nose on a scent, don't you, boy? So I have to check him for ticks later, now that he's running through all this stuff. I just treat him like he's my baby monkey and run through him and look for ticks and fleas and stuff. He really doesn't have any, which is awesome, but he occasionally gets one or two on his neck, around his collar. It's just tick wise. Keep him brushed out and that kind of gets rid of anything too. Captain, get out of there. Get out of there. You know better. Come on. Get out of there. He's like, what's up? So this is our pond, guys. In one of my other videos, you see it all frozen over. But it's pretty cool. Gotta love buying a place and something's already kind of created in here and natural. All these water-loving plants growing in there. Over there in that corner is where it drains off. If I can dam that up, I can make this water come up to about the tops of those right there and right here. So the water will actually be up about where I'm standing right here. About right there. And it would just put so much more water in here. Because right now it's only like maybe 4 feet, and at its deepest point, maybe 5 feet deep. All this over here is really, really shallow. It's maybe only 2 feet. It only gets real deep over there. But once the summer comes, this drops pretty quick. It doesn't really hold that well. I don't know why. I figured it would with all our clay soil, because we have a mix of sand and clay. So it really just depends, I guess, on where it's at. More of my swamp. I need to get all that mowed out once it dries up. So this over here is where I find copperheads. And this whole thing right here is like an orchestra of crickets at night. That's all you can hear, or frogs, sorry. All you can hear is frogs here at night. And it's nothing but a swamp. If you were to step down in this, it's nothing but water underneath it. You can kind of see some of the water right there. But I've had all this mowed completely down and it just all grew back. We got some wild roses back there. Whole bunch of different trees and species. It's crazy. I try to keep it mowed down, but at the same time I realize that this is wild nature and you can only do so much. It will come back with a vengeance. Even stuff that looks dead will come back. I think it's got tons of thorns on it. I have no idea what it is. But spiky, spiky. But anyway, I have all that mowed out. And then I have a trail on the other side of these trees right here mowed out to where I can get across to the other side. But I can't get over there to even show you. My property line ends where those two trees are back there, all the way back to that power pole. You can actually see it from here. There's the power pole. And it runs all the way over here to these two, and then it runs back across towards the end of the bridge. Ooh, I just saw something moving there. It looked big. I don't know if it was a snake or a alligator, or I'm just kidding. We don't have alligators, but I wouldn't put it past it. We do have beavers. They come through here and chew down all my trees. Just leave the weeds. It's wonderful. But that is just too pretty. What's amazing to me is the water, the plant life in the water that you don't even know you have. All of a sudden lilies will form. lily pads and stuff like that. All kinds of other crazy stuff. Water trees. I guess the animals bring them in and deposit them, and then they just kind of grow up. Like you can see those right there. It's pretty neat. But anyway, I'm gonna get away from the water because it freaks me out a little bit. Snakes. Could be snakes. The captain knows better. Don't you, boy? Can't see what you're walking through over there. I would just hate to be walking through these trees and get bit in the friggin' face by something. So I came over here and decided to clear this out too. Look at that, they're friggin' poison ivy is like waist high. See some more mulberry trees growing up in there. And more of this, I don't know, I guess it's a muscadine or something growing everywhere. I do believe that is a or willow, creek willow. So I had a ton of trees in here, and that beaver came in and he just mowed it all down, except for some trees, and they're the only thing that's left. Got honeysuckle everywhere here too. It's one of our biggest problems when it comes to the vining, because they really will choke out some stuff and pull it down to the ground. There, another little portion of the pond. I don't know how, if I could get over there and dam that off, this pond would come up 4 feet. And I don't think it would dry out during the summer, and I think I could actually keep big enough fish, but I would need big equipment to be able to get around to that backside, clear out all those trees, and dump a ton of dirt and rock. And then over here is a little clean out I made. Believe it or not, I can get that 60-inch deck through here. It just tears the shit out of the trees whenever I do it. Ooh, I hear a waterfall. I think that's the one I made. Yeah. So straight down in here, I made a waterfall with sandbags, and you can actually hear it. Minus the vehicles passing by. I wonder if I can get to it over there. So we had all this cleared out. Like, I'm having to bend over right now, but none of this was in here. A lot of these are within the last 2 years. I had it cleaned out with my mower. We had a bridge over here, but the make sure there's no snakes on these branches. Because I was gonna sandbag it up to make a bigger waterfall, and then I had the bridge going across right here. But yeah, everything grew back. The ground right here dropped off, so the cliff basically got eaten away, and you can see it's pretty damn far down now. And I want a bridge here, but I need something that's long enough to go across. So with the cost of lumber, that ain't happening anytime soon. But looks like we got another elephant ear here. And my plan was to drop more sandbags in, create more of a waterfall effect, and then build me a bridge. Get over it. Ah. Ow, shit. What the hell is that? I don't know. Ow, my noggin. Anyway, so it just keeps on going. I hope I'm not annoying you guys. You're probably like, shut up, hurry up and walk through. But just want to kind of show you guys a little bit of everything here. Look at the size of that poison ivy. Big old leaves. Ugh. So believe it or not, I can get my mower through here. It's creepy, probably dangerous, but I get through. And then This back here is pretty much untouched. It is overgrowth, blackberry field, honeysuckle field, vine and tree and thorn, like you would not believe. It's part of what makes it so cool looking. So cool. There's another mulberry. So there's this mulberry too, that the leaf is just totally different. So I think this is a female, and then the other ones that are just solid for the most part, I think those are the males. Look at that. There's a woodpecker's nest right there. Hopefully don't come out and pound my noggin. Isn't that the coolest? So pretty. I am always so scared to go off the edge of this. Like, you guys can't tell from the brush, but this is a sheer drop. If I go too far to this edge, I'm gonna dump a 1,000 pound lawnmower on my own noggin. It's a pretty big lawnmower. So I could possibly try to squeeze in here and clear this up, but I'm always so scared because I have no idea where the edge actually is. And some of these trees, I don't want to kill them when I try to get my mower through there. Like, this guy could actually go. I don't like these trees. They grow messy, they get diseased, they drop sap, nasty ass sap. What I'm really wanting to get are these guys to do really well. So when we first moved in, this was probably half its height, and it's already well over my head. Well over my head. So like, here's another one behind me here. Maybe I can remember here in like a year or two to do this again. And this thing will be just as tall as that one back there. Couple more oaks. I mean, there are oaks everywhere here, so I really want to get them all to come back. But like I said, getting the vines to stay off of stuff, getting the grass to come back in. As you can see, it's bare. It's really hard. And then, so this is the other creek on the other side of the center landmass that I just showed you guys, that comes in on this side and runs all the way down there. And then my creek is this one on this side. It comes around and runs through and meets up with it. And during the summer, believe it or not, when we're not getting a lot of rain, I'm gonna walk down here. Come on, Captain, you first. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, you go first. Come on, let's go. Good boy. Lead the way for Daddy. I don't wanna get bit. See, he's got a nose. He can tell when there's something wrong or there's something somewhere, like how he just stopped. Makes me wonder. Picking up on something. I don't know what the hell those are. They got tall. So even he's cautious. He's like, I don't know, Daddy. This might not be a good idea. Something else came through here, so he's probably smelling that. But believe it or not, this water turns blue. Crystal clear blue during the summer. And my side stays shit brown all summer long. It's not fair. The neighbor behind me, he just bought this back section property, which really sucks. I wanted to get it because it's like another acre, and that would give me access to this whole side over here. Which, it's weird how you buy land and then you think you're good and then you want more land, even though you really don't need it. But you have this beautiful little jungle thing going on here. Oh, he's scared to go across. What is it, boy? This is where you have to watch out for snakes. They'll climb up here and bite you in the freaking face. Yeah, this is beautiful. Beautiful mixing going on here of both sides. The way the trees have fallen and created bridges, you know, the animals are using as land bridges. Let me see if I can get across there without busting my ass. All right, come on, Cap. Mush. So there's my side, what's left of it. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to be cautious and look for snakes and anything else that might bite me. Ugh. Very, very pretty. So there's this center landmass. It actually separates again. So there's that side and there's my side. A little center mass. I guess I'm not gonna be able to get over there. Yep, nope, didn't think so. But there's another creek that's running off that way, which is weird because that's uphill. So maybe it's running down from that way. And then there's just tons of birds over there. So what makes this all creepy is you can't tell where the edge is. Like I was about to step down right there and look, it's hollow. I would have busted my butt. Hey, that looks like one of my trees that I threw in the creek a long ass time ago. It's got tags on it and everything. Shit, I was wanting to get across there so I could show you guys. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. The washout from all this water has created this huge little pond underneath here. Tons of birds and stuff inside there, living, squawking, and I'm sure attracting every single snake we got here. That's a pretty tree. That looks like a maple. Big one. But I've had fun trying to figure out what all these trees are. Try to figure out what species and memorize them so I know what they are. You know what I mean? Like the leaves and stuff. I have this app on my phone that'll actually tell me what things are whenever I'm walking through. Jeez, look at the size of that thing. It almost looks like a cane. I have no idea what that is. What kind of tree that is. I almost wonder if that water isn't going that way. It looks like it. Anyway, like this tree that fell over, you think it's dead. No, it's very much alive. That's just created this really cool canopy here. The captain figured out a way. I need to get across there so I can give y'all a better view, but I'm scared that I will land in a hole and disappear. Jump across, Captain. Jump across. Go on. Hey, jump across. Jump across. Good boy. Okay, so now I know if I land right there. Ugh, there we go. Oh, here comes all the birds out of there. I probably spooked them out. I know it's kind of wrong to use my dog as a guinea pig, but that's kind of what they're for. I mean, they're there to protect you and keep you safe, and he can sense snakes and bad things, and I can't. So, like you saw earlier when I almost had a heart attack. I hope these swallows don't start attacking me. But it's nice because they can eat on all these trees out here. There's so much wild seed and berries and fruits and stuff like that, and they can eat good, and they got good housing underneath there, lots of water. They can survive. No, Captain, don't drink that. I don't know if there's anything in there. I want you shitting later all over the place. Good boy. Good boy, Captain. Yeah, there's the tag from it. That is mine. Desert Delight Nectarine. I pulled it out of the ground because it looked like it was dying. I just set it on the edge of the creek, and I think it came all the way down the creek. I was wondering if he's gonna go swimming. You gonna go swimming? He's like, nope, too scary. But anyway, guys, so that is, let's see if I can make it back across without busting my ass. Okay, that's solid. That's solid. That's solid. Ugh. That's solid. I'm a little bit higher now. Ugh. Definitely got to commit. See, Captain does it good. You're a good jumper, Captain. Make sure there's no snakes in here. But I love this kind of stuff, man. I'm a big kid at heart, so this is like a jungle gym for me and slash playing area. Look, you can see the cracking. So this is actually getting washed out more and more and more and more. This might totally disappear right here. This little land mass. And he makes it look so easy. He just cleared like 8 feet. And anyway, so I love this kind of stuff. It's like a big jungle gym for me. I'm able to explore as an adult in my own backyard. And nothing wrong with that, man. Keep you out of trouble. Captain, go pick me some of those roses for Mom. Go pick me some roses. Can you? Oh, he knows what I'm talking about. Look at him. He's like, I'll go run this way. It's okay, boy. Come on. It's okay. You don't have to. It's okay. I'll get him. Thank you, though. This always scares me. Perfect spot for a snake to hang out. So the roses are right there, but I have to try to get up in that to get to them. And these are full of traps. It's not really solid like you might think it looks solid. It's not. There's like huge divots and holes and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, all right, screw that. I'll go buy her some flowers. It's safer. Come on, boy. Lead the way. Lead the way, Captain. Captain, my captain. Good boy. Good boy, yes. You are a good, beautiful boy, aren't you? Aren't you, Captain? Aren't you, Captain? Say cheese for the camera? Yeah? The Captain says hi, everyone. And what's that smell? As well. So there's like a sweet smell in the air over here, and it's mostly all these elderberry trees, and everything's just fixing to start blooming as we get hotter, guys. We haven't had 90-degree weather yet. And so I think the next couple days is supposed to be in the 90s. We're hoping our flowers inside will bloom and give us some much needed flowers for our wedding. Otherwise, I'm gonna go buy some more. I spent so much money. So much money. A wedding is expensive, okay? When they say you need like $7,000 to $10,000 for a good wedding, even if you don't pay other people to do everything, just in what you're gonna buy to make the missus happy, you'll spend that amount, whether you realize it or not. But luckily, I think we're pretty much done buying things. Look at all this. Hold on, I gotta show you guys this real quick. Look at all those berries. Berries galore. Anyway, for the most part, we're done spending and buying, which is great. And don't get me wrong, I am so grateful to be able to give my wife the wedding she deserves. I don't know if I've mentioned that on video, but we got that coming up. We actually have a wedding this, I'm gonna try to put, what kind of tree are you? I'm gonna try to put some of the video and stuff like that on YouTube for you guys, but we got a wedding this Saturday. Me and my wife have been married for 15 years, and we're looking forward to it. We never got to have one. We were too broke and too young, so we just figured, hey, we'll get to it one day. Well, we finally got to it, guys. And you know what? I don't care what it costs. As long as my baby's happy and everybody has a great time. God has blessed us so much. He's blessed us with incredible things. And I just want to pay that forward. Whoa, big puddle. Pay that forward and just show you guys and tell you guys, you know, that I came from absolutely nothing. And God has blessed me and my wife and children so much. One, with the fact that us being married in His name, doing things the right way, going through a lot of tough times. Marriage isn't easy. And I won't lecture you guys or nothing like that. I just Figure I put in a little 2 words on it, and even if it's a couple more than 2, God has blessed us so much. I mean, beyond measure. And I'm living proof of it. And everything we have is because of God. And even in all these things, all this diversity, even out amongst all of this beautiful beautifulness, there's just proof everywhere that God makes so many different things. He's in control of so much. Oh my God, there's that dang snake again. It got me. Good. Good. I didn't see it. I thought maybe it moved on, but nope, there it is. You better not be trying nothing either. Let's just get around him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's non-venomous. He's got a very cylindrical head, but I treat them all like they're venomous. I don't think he can jump on me from there. How crazy would it be if he just jumped on the camera right now and y'all heard me scream like a girl? Anyway, if I had a really long stick, I might mess with it, but I'm not gonna. Come on, Captain. Before we get bit. Makes walking through areas like this kind of creepy. Just walk real fast. Anyway. God's made so many different things just in nature alone. And then when you look at us, look at one another, all the differences between us, but yet all the similarities. Just like all this stuff is different, but it's all similar. It's all plants. It all has its own way of doing things. We are the exact same way. We may not be the same color or, you know, have the same religion or, you know, all experience the same things in life. I grew up poor for a very long time. I remember sneaking food out of the Jack in the Box where I got my first job when I was a kid because we didn't have no money. No electricity for 3 weeks, no water for 1 week. I had to go to friends' houses or family just to bathe and do all that kind of stuff. Anyway, my point being, life is hard, and no matter where you come from or what your story is, you can make it, man. But I tell you, had I had God in my life sooner, I would have made it so much further, because to me, once I accepted God in my heart, accepted Jesus, believed in him, and started living my life like that, not perfectly, because you won't, not all at once. Some people can, that's great. Some of us take some time. And my life changed in a big way. And I'm so blessed. Mostly, I mean, all this stuff is cool, but I'm so blessed to have a beautiful wife and children. And that to me is the biggest and greatest gift I could ever have in my life. So you guys just focus on love and loving one another, and the world will be a much better place. You don't always have to be first, you don't always have to be right, and you don't always have to win. Sometimes it's better to let others win, especially if they're going through something rough. Sorry, camera was dirty. You never know what people are going through, so just try to see the beauty in the world, the beauty of everything in this world, and look forward to the simple things. Is that an eagle? Please be an eagle. Hang on, look. I think it might be. It's either an eagle or a buzzard. It's got whites on the tip of its wings. That could be a buzzard. That's pretty. Look at that. That's gotta be an eagle, man. Look at the wings on the end. Look at those wings, yeah. East Texas eagle, baby. I'm sorry, I'm probably shining it right in the sun. If it's not an eagle, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Yeah, because that one's doing the same thing there. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Ow! What's he doing? He's right above me. Better not be trying to go after me. I'm still alive, damn it. Anyway, love you guys. Wish y'all lots and lots and lots of blessings. I am actually about 8% on battery life, so I'm gonna be dying soon. So real quick, tree tour. We have a couple apples. There you go, some Jonah Gold apples still growing, still looking good. Everything else, I haven't done nothing. I take that back. The peaches grew, but a little spotty, a little hard as a rock right now. And then the Dolgo crab apples, yeah, fruiting crab apple, they're getting a little bigger. Other than that, I think the cherry trees are getting waterlogged. I think the roots aren't doing too good because they died back. Almost all their leaves fell off. And the garden is looking okay. Like I showed you guys before, the peppers here, not so much. Swiss chard is doing great. Okra is doing great. Tomatoes are doing great. Watermelons are doing great. Some of the cucumber down there, or zucchini, one of the two, I don't remember. Sunflowers are doing great. Seems like anything I don't touch is doing really, really great. Like seed I dropped off to the side, that corn is doing great. The rest of my corn is all over the place. Don't judge me. Don't judge me on my corn. I'll do better next year, I promise. I know. We need to all come up at the same time, but I have a hard time with it. But anyway, that's all of that. That's the loud ass road you hear constantly. I can't mow much more of this back here. And then there is an entire, I'm not gonna have enough battery to show you, but I don't know, maybe, what am I at? 6%, I might. Hang with me, folks, it's a long video. This is muddy swamp right here. Muddy swamp. So I've cleaned all this out as much as I can. This is that spot I wanna make Veronica's if I can get, sorry, I got a bug buzzing around my head. If I can get all this cleaned up, this would be a nice spot for her to sit underneath this tree and enjoy that little waterfall going on down there. And there's nothing but swamp out here. I was hoping this would dry up so that when family comes over, maybe we have a little bonfire back here. So this is the other side to my creek. And I'll be able to kind of clear out a little bit. Right down there is where I showed you guys a while ago, where I put the sandbags and tried to create a waterfall effect. All right, here's where we had our bridge going across. You can never tell now. All this is grown up and over like crazy. Oops. But yeah, it's all down there. Look at that poor oak tree. It is covered in vines, and only vines. So our bonfire to be eventually. I just cleaned all this up, so that's why there's no grass there. Those are our setting logs. But yeah, I had all this cleared out at one point. I had all the kids out here the first year, and we cleaned everything as much as we could. And now it's just kind of all grown back in. So that's pretty much that, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. That was a super long video, but I can talk. Anyway, the dog's in there enjoying some of the shade. Come on, boy. Trying to mow out more and more and clear it up, but as you can see, it grows pretty thick in here. It's nice in the shade though. It really, really is. You can kind of see that in there. A lot of fallen over trees, and then the grapes are growing all over it, so you kind of can't see in it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think sometime in the future I'm going to make another little lake right here, because it fills up so full of water and it's so wet here. I want to turn this whole thing right here into a little pond for the Mrs. eventually. Once I get a tractor. I need to dig down to the clay, pack it, and then let it fill in, because it will naturally. Right now it just kind of runs off everywhere. But anyway, still got some battery. Nope, I'm at 0. Love you guys.
I never made it, but I know I